Good evening everyone, my name is Andy Boswell and welcome to our very first Global Success webinar. Great to have you with us for this evening, and just to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been in this industry for now 22 years, very new to Doterra. But we were with a very large home shopping company for many years in the UK, and so that's given us a lot of experience, maybe quite a bit of knowledge about the industry, and I want to share some of that with you, I guess, this evening on why we've changed to Doterra, what we've seen with this particular business, and why I think it's really a business for the future. So why Doterra? Well, the first thing that I saw about this, and I've got to be honest, I wasn't taken aback by the products straight away. That's just being 100% honest. I didn't think maybe it was my type of thing. But when I saw about the business, I saw that the company had gone from zero to $2 billion per annum in just 9 short years. I knew the products had to be special. You can't kid the marketplace with a bad product that does £2 billion per annum. It's already the biggest network marketing company in the whole of the United States, where I guess is the home of network marketing, really. Bigger than companies that you might have heard like Amway, Herbalife, Avon, even some of the real big giants. It's outgrown them in that country in just 9 short years. But the growth is just starting in the UK and Europe and also many other places in the world. It really is a very young company as far as international growth is concerned. Now, there are very ethical products, and of course all the products are 100% natural, and we'll speak about more on that side as we go through this presentation. And 74% of people are looking for a natural health solution. They don't want to be pumping their body full of drugs all of the time, of course. Now, the products are very powerful, but yet they're very safe without any side effects whatsoever, as long as, of course, they're used properly. Now, here is the leadership team. I must admit I'm fairly new to the business. I couldn't tell you all of them by name at this particular stage, but I do know about them because their reputation goes ahead of them. They worked for a rival company 9 years ago before they left that and started Doterra because they weren't particularly impressed with their particular business ethics that they were doing, and that all the oils weren't necessarily 100% pure. So they left that particular organization, and they had put in a wellness philosophy that they all had to sign up to before they actually started this particular company, and they mortgaged all of their houses so they could start the company completely debt-free, which it still is today. And their mission is to teach people to live healthy and productive lives and share with others the blessings and lifetimes of wellness. And so it's really not so much a company that's ethos is about, which many other network companies are like. They're very much talking about look at the big car that we've got or the big income that we've got. It's very much that they're interested in doing good and helping people. So they offer an exclusive and unique solution. They bought out the trademark CPTG, which stands for the only certified pure therapeutic grade essential oil, because there's no industry standard. Many other companies out there can claim to have pure oils, but they can actually have up to 92% legally. They can have fillers and synthetic material in them. So they brought out their own standard trademark they're hoping others in the industry will come up to, because our products are 100% natural, which makes them so potent. It provides similar health benefits, and in many cases I would say much better, to synthetic drugs, but with no side effects or addictions, of course. Now, the Doterra co-impact sourcing is a very important part of our business. As it says here, it sources oils from over 40 countries in the world, and many that can be considered to be developing countries or third world countries. They'll often go into places like maybe Madagascar, and maybe they're not the wealthiest places in the world, of course, and they'll often irrigate the land, build schools, but they'll also, one of the most important things that they'll do is they'll make sure that they pay people a fair wage. So they will partner with people in certain countries, and all they ask for is exclusivity on that particular product. So many of the products, of course, in the world where they source them from are completely unique. In fact, 85% currently you can't get anywhere else. So if you look at other oils out there and you look at what we have, sometimes it's like comparing maybe a 300-pound old banger of a car compared to a Mercedes-Benz. These are the top quality oils in the world. I certainly believe that, and if you do your research you'll find that is certainly the case. So why join Doterra now? Well, mainly for timing. You see, Doterra is the fastest growing essential oils company in the world, and one of the fastest growing companies today, whether it's network marketing or otherwise. 300% annual growth is what they're currently seeing. And of course, this essential oils really are starting to go mainstream. It really is about to explode, and probably best if I can explain it through this little graph here. You see, most companies in the early years, probably years 1 to 5, are in that valley of death, what it's called, because that's at the time when most businesses go out of business, year 1 to 5. And right at the top there, you see the maturity plateau. When a company is very mature, it tends to level off. They may see growth, but not huge growth. But where we are here today is where you can see that circled. Internationally, Doterra is still a very young company, but it's just starting on the growth period. And by getting in here is the time that you can earn the most money. So why did Doterra use network marketing? And generally, it's not a lover of the network marketing industry, as we've just explained. They don't always want to be associated with the fast car or the big flash car and the big income checks, that type of thing that people often shout about. But education is the biggest thing. See, traditional marketing, if it was just in a shop, would only scratch the surface of the powers of the oil. It's very much done on a person-to-person basis. By sampling and giving people a sample of the type of oils that we do is by far the best way for people to see the results. The second reason is there's no traditional sales force. Doterra don't have a normal paid sales force. By paying people purely on a commission basis, people get paid what they're worth and can earn much, much higher incomes. And so it's able to grow without fixed costs. And of course, the money is given back to the users of the oil. Doterra has the most generous compensation plans, coupled with the strongest auto ship retention model in the industry has ever seen, which we'll talk about shortly. But first, just to let you know about a couple of stories here. And Emily and Tim Mascarenhas have got a great story. They've only been involved for 2 years. Emily was a musical theatre performer, whilst Tim is an actor. I'm just going to play a short video to you now so you can see exactly how they're doing with their business.
My name's Emily Mascarenhas and this is Tim Mascarenhas. We live in southwest London with our 3 boys. We've got Frankie, Mickey and Ziggy. So I'm seriously outnumbered. It's just me and the dog that are the ladies of the family. I've been with Doterra since October 2015. I discovered the oils about 6 months prior to that.
So our background is we're both performers, we both work in theatre. I'm currently in the West End show at the moment, Phantom of the Opera.
That's how we met.
That's how we met.
Wizard of Oz.
But as you know, anyone that works in the performance business knows that it's very unreliable. As we've grown and now had 3 children, there's always been at the back of our minds, you know, where's that stability going to come from? So about 6 years ago, we started a little music business for babies and toddlers. And the idea was that we would spend more time with our children growing up.
I had always been very interested in health and wellness, but I'd used essential oils and not really understood their full power. I heard about Doterra and I was very excited about the things that I'd heard about them, the ways you could use them and what they did to help people. When I went to a health show in London and I saw the Doterra stall, I was really, really excited, and I bought some oils, and as soon as I took the lid off the bottles, they just spoke to me. And I was blown away by how different they smelt in comparison to the other essential oils that I'd used in the past. It was like they were alive and they were vibrant, and I was very excited about that. And then I started using them. And then I was even more blown away. So like, I started using them on myself, my family, my children. These are, you know, the most important parts of my life, my family. I wanted to look after them in a safe and natural way that I really believed in, not to have to use chemicals. And then the responses that we saw them having from the oils, and how much I found that they helped us on a day-to-day basis, was so exciting. And back at that time, I didn't really have any time for anything else in my life, but I just couldn't help how drawn I was to the oils.
So I think the way Doterra's changed our lives massively is the security, the financial security. It was a no-brainer to us that this was where the direction financially was going to be more rewarding.
It took me 15 months to get to Diamond, which was quite quick, and I still can't really believe how that happened, because I was so busy with other things going on, but I was just very committed to sharing the oils and committed to helping people.
The more we looked into Doterra as an organisation, the more we trusted in the company, the more we saw the good they're doing all around the world. We just felt like this was a really special company to work for.
How wonderful to have found something that just helped so many people on so many levels.
I put our success in Doterra mainly down to Emily, because it's her character and what she gives out, and her warmth and her generosity, and the fact that people believe in her and trust in her, that is the reason why so many people have come on board with us.
And so my message to anybody is, if I can do this, you can do this. So don't be afraid, don't doubt it, jump in and give it a try and go for it, because you won't be disappointed.
Okay, you can see they're doing fairly well with their business, certainly. Let's have a look at their sponsors, the people that introduced them to the business as well. Nathan and Rebecca Bowles also happen to be our sponsors too. They're lovely people, and they've been, in the short time that we've been involved, an immense help to us already. They joined just 1 year earlier in 2014, without any previous experience in this industry. And after the first year, they were muddling around and got to about £700 per month at the end of year one, just by really not knowing what they were doing, just by holding a few classes and just sharing a few oils around. Now, after their second complete year, they jumped from £700 per month to over £6,000 per month. And now at the end of their third year in the business, they're earning in excess of £20,000 per month. Again, just to restate, that's without any previous network or direct sales experience whatsoever. Now, there are 5 ways to earn money from Doterra. Firstly, you've got monthly retail profit, and that's simply anybody who buys from your website, you'll receive a check for 25% of the retail sales value. But there's another 4 ways that you can earn money as well. The other way is weekly fast start bonus. We don't really want people buying at retail profit. We prefer to get them on as a wholesale customer. They can join with a similar system to like a Costco card, where just by paying a small £20 plus VAT joining fee, they can get 25% off all of their sales for the year. So the vast majority of people tend to buy that way because it's obviously the best way, and you only need to buy a couple of oils to make your money back. Now, if they start via that way, you get 20% of their sales, but also if they introduce anybody, either other customers or people that want to build the business, you'll get 10% of their sales too. And even you'll get paid down a third generation to 5% of people that they introduce. Now, the third way is what's called monthly Power of 3 team bonus. I'm not going to go too much into details here, but just it's an extra award worth in US dollars between $50 to $1,500 per month, just to get you to structure your business correctly. Very, very attainable for most people to actually hit. Fourthly, there's the monthly uni-level commission structure. And this is the big earning potential in the long term. Don't want to go too much into detail right now. You would have seen other videos maybe, or there are other videos you can see that explain this in more detail. But what it does, like most networks, they give you the least amount of money where the most amount of people are. But with Doterra, they give you the most amount of commission where the most amount of people are. And it's extremely generous and can make a huge difference to people's income. And lastly, leadership bonus pools. The company is quite unique in this. As it grows, they give a percentage back to the network of the growth of the company. And this can make many thousands of pounds per month difference at the higher leadership levels. So one of the things that makes Doterra different is the way, or why should you make it the future? And residual income is offered by other network companies, but not quite in the same way that Doterra offers it. And it really can lead to financial freedom. And residual income is normally only reserved for people outside of the network marketing industry, for people like authors, people like J.K. Rowling, who obviously did the Harry Potter series. Every time somebody buys a book of hers or watches a film, of course, she gets paid a small commission, if you like, or a percentage of that, which has obviously given her many, many millions over the years. And that type of earning solution is also available for people in our industry. However, the industry retention rate, this is people buying again from you, is only 13%. So this is not with Doterra, this is in other companies. Only 13% come back again after buying the original kit. With Doterra, it's actually 65% of people internationally that come back again and again, and that's due to our unique auto ship program. So every 1 to 3 months, 65% of people, and in fact in the UK I know it's currently running at just under 75%, come and repurchase. In fact, 80% of Doterra's customers internationally come back and buy at least once per year, and that can help you create a steady income. And of course, Doterra are a debt-free company with no outside funding, which means they're going to be around for absolutely years to come. Now, here's some average incomes to give you an example of what people earn. And do bear in mind, these incomes here are based on just the averages. Okay, and you'll see down there the timeline that it takes to get to the particular rank that's mentioned on the left. In fact, we've got to silver this month. Other people, we may even get higher. Other people have got to premier. All of those up until silver. We've got people in our organisation that it says there 3 months, 6 months, 10 months have actually achieved in their first month with our business. So these are very conservative times. And you can see the higher figures down towards the bottom there as well. As it says here, there is a statutory wealth warning. It is illegal for a promoter or participant in a trading scheme to persuade anyone to make a payment by promising benefits from getting others to join a scheme. Do not be misled that high incomes are easily achieved. And of course, they're not easily achieved. You don't get paid to get by anybody just for recruiting them. It's when sales start to occur. And of course, you do have to put some time and some effort in for that to happen. So what about support? Well, you're going to get online support. You've got your sponsors as well, monthly meetings. There are also team webinars, so you don't even have to leave your home to get quality training. You can just log on to your computer at certain times and get training to help you with your business. So what do you need to do next? Well, quite simply, you need to get started. And here are the kits. These are the most popular kits. There are several types, but these are the most popular kits here in the UK anyway. First of all, enrolment to doTERRA is just £20 plus VAT. The reason we're doing this VAT exclusive, because there may be people in other parts of the world that don't have to pay VAT, of course. And that includes a welcome pack. But really you need as well some oils, because you need to be able to share these oils and give samples to people so they can see it working for them. These are the two most popular kits. The Family Essentials kit is £92 plus VAT, and by buying them in a kit form, you save £9. Okay, so then buying them all separately. But also the £20 enrolment is included with that, so it's really worth £29. Then we have the Home Essentials kit. This is £185 plus VAT, and I would say this is the most popular kit that certainly we've started people off with. Why is it the most popular? Well, you get 3 times the amount of oil, 15 ml of each of the oil, plus you get the diffuser thrown in as well, which is worth £41. So by buying that in a kit form, you save £70, plus again, the enrolment is included in the cost. So where else are you going to start a profitable business that has what this company can give for less than the price of a TV license? So next, what do? Well, you would have come here, I guess, by maybe seeing a link on a Facebook group. Maybe you would have seen it on a Facebook page. Maybe you received an email. However you got sent here, simply to find out more, get back to that person. They'll be happy to answer any questions that you have, and of course they'll be able to get you started if you so choose as well. So that's it for this evening. Hope you got something out of that, and good night everyone.